Well, hello there, guys. It's update video time. It's Friday, October 11th. I'm here at Pomfret Brook, about a little over 4 miles into my day today. Just crossing over. I was planning on blowing through here, but there was some trail magic here tied to a tree, and the weight of it dictated that I stop. You got a bucket of beers here, good beers too. There was only one left, so I figured the trail gods were telling me I needed to take a break. It's Otter Creek Hop Session Ale. And it's pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. So yeah, just taking a break. Figured I'd do an update video while I'm here. This is day 2 out of Hanover. What a great town that was. All sorts of cool stuff happened there. All the trail magic and the trail angels between Bill Ackerley and Greg, and just the community's willingness to help out through hikers. And the university being there. It was just a really cool town. And forgot to mention this in my last video. You go to the Brick Oven pizza place in town, which is right by the library, and they'll give you a free slice of pizza. So lady had told me about that, so I ran in there and did that, which was really cool. And they've got like a hiker register that you sign, and I actually ran into a couple other southbounders. Well, they are southbounders. Ran into Dayman, and I can't remember the other guy's name. Ran into them at the pizza place. And I had actually met them before, and I recognized them. They were the only southbounders that I saw when I was going northbound through the wilderness with Lady and DB Cooper. I can remember we ran into them maybe day 5 of our hike through the wilderness, and they had just started not too long, maybe a few days earlier, and their packs were still like 50 plus pounds. I remember talking to them about their pack weight, telling them that it'll inevitably go down and the hiking will get easier. They didn't really remember me. I'm sure they saw a ton of northbounders sort of sprinting to the finish there as they were going south through the wilderness. But yeah, ran into those guys, and so that was the day I got into town. Yeah, stayed at Greg's, had a great time. He's gonna frame my diploma for me, which is really cool. Dad, if you watch this, I sent you an email with Greg's address that I need you to send that to him, if you do not mind, sir. I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, and then he drove me back over to Hanover, and I sort of hiked out of town, got a coffee, and just took my time getting out of town. Actually, I was hiking sort of through town, and you hike through Dartmouth College, like the campus, and there were a bunch of students out there. A student came and asked me if I wouldn't mind doing an interview. I guess she's doing some sort of, I don't know if it's a story for like the school paper or some sort of publication, or if it's just a project she was doing, but she wanted to interview me. And we sat down on a bench and talked for like 10 minutes. Educated her on the through hiking experience and sort of what was in my pack and why I did it and what it's like. And she had no idea the amount of trail magic that goes on in and around Hanover, and just what a trail angel is, and just how profound an experience it is. So we had a really good talk, and she was really interested, and that was kind of cool. Getting out there, or getting out of town, going through the university like that. I don't know, I think it's sort of, because I'm starting grad school in January, I think it kind of like brought that excitement that I've got to start school again sort of to the surface, and it was cool like that. But yeah, I got out of town and just kind of been rolling since. It's northern Vermont's really nice. It's not a whole lot of up and downs, but you know, it's got its own roadblocks. Like I found a lot of it is like through open forest, and you're essentially just walking in the trail. It's not like dug into the earth or anything. It's just, you know, a path through the woods. And being fall, not most of the deciduous trees, most of the red and sugar maples have dropped their leaves, and then other trees have dropped their leaves as well. There's a lot of leaves on the ground, and they sort of create that dense carpet or thick carpet on the forest floor, and you can't really see the trail, so you got to be sure to follow the blazes. And in some areas, it's just not blazed that frequently, so it's kind of like playing a game of find the blaze. And you know, I'll get to a point, see a blaze, get to that point. I sort of got to like scan the forest, like channel my inner Jason Bourne or something, and like scan the forest for the next blaze, because you know, sometimes they're not freshly painted, sometimes they're a little faded, maybe on a beech tree or something, and it's a little harder to see, or the tree's down or something like that. So yeah, I don't mind it. It's mentally stimulating, so sort of keeps my mind working while I'm hiking, because a lot of times if it's not a lot of up and down, you're just walking, you just sort of mentally check out, put it into high gear and just cruise. So yeah, it sort of keeps me in tune to my surroundings, and it's kind of cool. There are downfalls. Well, I guess you could maybe call the leaves on the ground a downfall in that sense. There's another downfall with having the leaves on the ground, in that some areas are really wet and there's mud there, but with so many leaves, it looks like dry ground. You step on it and you go to your ankle in mud. So you got to kind of be careful and know where those sort of sinks could be, and step cautiously. But yeah, the terrain's been changing a lot. It's sort of that you've got that open forested kind of area with all the deciduous trees, and then you'll get a little higher and you'll get into the sort of conifer forest, and then sometimes you'll break out of the forest and just get to these like open fields, these open grassy fields, and it's just nice. It's nice hiking. I really, every time I get to one of those fields, I channel that feeling that I had when I wanted to camp on like Max Patch or Beauty Spot down south. That I sort of get that feeling again, but it's like, all right, I've sort of gotten that experience. I gotta get more than 8 miles in a day. You know, we'll have reached that point and not hiked a lot of miles, so it's like, I gotta keep going. But yeah, that's been cool. Hiked through West Hartford yesterday. Stopped in town there at the general store, which has like a deli, and they're real hiker friendly, cool place. Sat down and took a nice long break there. I think I was there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours yesterday. Hadn't planned on taking that long a break, but once I took my boots off and was just kind of kicking back, I had a bowl of the soup of the day, which is some sort of Angus steak like chowder. It was really good. And tapped into their Wi-Fi and was just kind of wheeling and dealing and just relaxing. Paying homage to Lady. They had Pepsi Tall Boys, so I went for a couple of those. Every time Lady gets to a town, she wants a Pepsi Tall Boy if they have it. But yeah, just hung out there. Oh, and I got another free slice of pizza there. It got to be like $2.30, something like that, and the woman who was working there came over and she said, hey, we keep a pizza up front in the heater to sell per slice, and if we don't sell them by the end of lunch, we just give them the slices to hikers. You want a slice of pepperoni pizza? I was like, absolutely. So yeah, I got another free slice of pizza yesterday. So I'm 2 for 2 in my last 2 towns on slices of pizza. So that was cool. Yeah, and then I got out of there, and I had wanted to go a little bit further, but it was starting to get a little late by the time I was passing Thistle Hill Shelter. So I pulled up, had that shelter to myself again, which is the case like 90% of the time since I started southbound. So I don't mind. Just made a fire, kicked back, ate a big dinner, and sort of relaxed. Oh, and it's finally warmed up. I mean, it got down into like the 40s, but that's comfortable in my sleeping bag. I woke up this morning really comfortable and didn't sort of have that feeling of dreading getting out of my sleeping bag. So yeah, it's been nice. I'm just sort of rolling along today. Gonna pass Woodstock, Vermont today. I think that town's like 4 miles off trail, so doubt I'll go through there. Then the following day, I'm gonna pass Killington, and I've got to stop in Killington at the lodge there. I can't remember the name of it. Moose Mountain Lodge or something like that. Lady sent me a mail drop. Should be getting there today. I gotta pick that up, see what she got me or sent me. Then yeah, I'll probably hike out of town, because I think Killington will probably be my halfway point through the day tomorrow. Yeah, and then from there, I think it'll be 2 or 3 more days to Manchester, and then I got to figure out how to get down to Mass. Yeah, that's what I got going on right now. Can't really think of anything else. What else we got? Oh yeah, I haven't seen the other. There were 2 other southbounders that I know were trying to get into Hanover the same day as me 2 days ago. Lucky and Double Take. I haven't seen those guys. I don't know if they're ahead of me behind me. I didn't see them in the register at the shelter yesterday, but I mean that shelter was only about 14 miles out of town, and it was like 0.2 off trail. So there's a good chance that they just passed by it and kept going. So they could be ahead, they could be behind, I don't know. Hanover's a pretty big town, it's easy to miss people. Yeah, about all I got right now. Oh, yesterday was my sister's birthday. Jen, happy belated birthday. Love you, miss you, and can't wait to get home, give you and Avery a big hug. Today is my aunt's birthday, Aunt Natalie. Happy birthday. I'm not even sure if you're keen to these videos, but my dad is, so maybe he'll send it to you via email or something. Happy birthday. I hope you have a good one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on walking, guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.